Yeah, none of this. I'm not in the register. Ah, should you say what I can know better? I did my leg when you see that Jimat and you get the issue yourself. Can you lose to get much reduced?
So just ensure that you cultivate the bodhicitta motivations. There's some more detail about bodhicitta's mind, comes the later on. But if you can, even if it's something contrived or the artificial one, it's very important to cultivate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is it. Either na Jimaji says, Jima Mai says, Angita, saying, Jimmy Shonji says, the Kwanyana, and Jima Mai says, late. You got a gentleman, the more Mashi go, the Nitra Jago, the name was Shombago, the Ninja Jago, that didn't go. You won't Shomba, Congrella, Lang so song of the Tanya, take a little. Then so long as that, then I do not tell you about somebody put me near the wrong cooking do so that any hustle said to you, do not touch it, child, they are not wrongish, you love somebody laying with you. Love you somebody lay. Love you somebody lay. That's also the thing, and I shoot troubleshooting level. Then he said they are touched, they do not touch so call and get nothing wrong. The Chibi said, hustle shoot too much with leg. They indicate shoot your leg, that the Nevada roll and do the roll on. Then Nevada and the goodness, Salan do, and that's so you combat on another. I do not touch it, they are touched them by the shit on the chin, all those who convert change you top by Shago, you think the house of shoot you also, should you think in the body leg. Is that a pass on to my God and tip by the God and you are. Chichima, my by some Mongo Shushi. Sentia Cardas and Stones on Mongo Shushi, they toned you. Those who you combat toned, Lord, Sentia Kana Mongo Shushi, you are that Jima, my chick, Mongo Shushi, like Jima, my Jimmy Jones said to me, they go out with him, Tiger Chill leg when that is I go on the bunny that said, Tombo, I get it in the Bashia Gundal, also cut that, Shambani gets a lot of things, get it in, but also things, yet the catches somebody leg with that. Yet the cut champion, somebody says a jelly and Shonju Tennis and the body that Judges and the body judges. You then the bata, Corot Sudan, such a Corot Sudan. Travel, the more shont you try, the new jet the train. Go, the more jet the log got any shont you go good. Then you lodge yoga, lodger, the more jet the new lojon, the new shont you then lodge yoga. Tower, the more shont you the new jet there, the more on you shont you the new jet and shont you and get my jet and the judges and this, that. They are touched, they were doing a touch the child, the same there, that is this and that is in this end. That is the news, the God, the children, son, Tony, a boy, children, go shoot, Madame Mogoa, go shoot, go shoot, take him Mogoa, and I love Pombo, which is so we are. Nearly that children, Angel, things, they're low more. Yeah, tell more. Anjon Tian, no, Charles, no legend, Tandang, Seji, Jem, Mondraj, tender red. Seji, the shuttle letting, Seji, you more letting, tender red. Charles, the nation, Yapusha, some in that real Basha, that should you say, Savannah again, that thing on the combat. That's on Tetos. That's one reason, you know. So that we are go young, Madame is a go mother, go taking, you know, go up taking and setting the window. There might go starting on the say, Kumbo chin the Toma, the vast me, but never young on the sand, the method touching conjuration.
So we mentioned the terms, the contrived bodhicitta and then the uncontrived bodhicitta. So the primary defense is that the uncontrived which is something which of us which arises naturally and instinctively. You know, this the thought of, you know, elevating the suffering of other beings or to wishing them to have happiness. So this thought kind of innately or very the arises, you know, whenever you see, whenever you observe other sentient beings. So whereas the contrived form of bodhicitta, so we are talking about something which we cultivate within us through going through some sort of you know, like some practice through training or through contemplating on these the various, like for example the going through this or contemplating on the sevenfold cause and effect to generate bodhicittas. So how, if we meditate on this sevenfold, you know, like the one by one, and then subsequently this stage will lead us to give rise to this state of bodhicitta mind, so which is like a contrived bodhicitta mind. So like if we talk about this sevenfold cause and effect, then you start with contemplating on the how you know, recognizing that how all sentient beings have been one's mother, and then followed by remembering their kindness, and then the which is then followed by the thought of, you know, since the simply remembering their kindness is not enough, so you have to cultivate the thought of sense of repaying their kindness, and then followed by then, you know, cultivating the loving kindness, so which is more in the sense of like a really whole deep sense of endearment, you know, intimacy that you feel, closeness that you feel towards all other endearment towards all sentient beings. So once you have that sense, and then is, you know, cultivated within your mind, then naturally this would then it will arise, or once what we call as a compassions, which is to you know, wish you know, wishing them to be free from or alleviate of all their sufferings, and as well as the love in the sense of wishing them to have you know, happiness. So this will then arise, and then you would also you know, go to the next meditate on the next step to cultivating what we call as a superior intentions. So wherein you the further develop, or, you know, the intensified your love and compassion for all sentient beings, so to the point that where you it's not just your thought of wishing them to have happiness and be free from suffering is not just on your mental level, but you actually you cultivate some sort of sense of responsibilities, you know, and to the a degree that you know, you will have you say to yourself, you know, that you take upon this the burden or the task of freeing all from being from this suffering or placing them on happiness, all upon by myself. And when you have that sense, then it's called as a superior intentions. And then how when you have that strong you develop the very strong sense of that superior intentions, then you would really consider, you would look into the realist consider of how what we have to do, what you have to do to effectively or to benefit all being as much as possible. Then when you consider that then you realize that you have to achieve in order to fully benefit other beings. Then the only way is to reach to your to complete state of enlightenment. So you see here the complete state of enlightenment. It is rather some sort of one's own ultimate spiritual goal, the highest spiritual goal that is that one can achieve. And so it is really something that perfection of state of enlightenment that you seek for, you want to achieve. And because due to the force or because of this, you are the influence of the strong this love, compassion, and the superior intentions. So which is more, when we talk of this cultivating love and compassion, so which is more is like an aspiration. We call it the aspiration to benefit others. And then how, when you actually cultivate bodhicitta mind, the following the cultivation of superior intentions, then you cultivate in yourself this aspiration to achieve full enlightenment, one's own enlightenment. So here we can see that in terms of cultivating the order of cultivating these two aspiration to achieve the benefit, to benefit other being, and to aspiration to achieve one's own complete enlightenment. So you see that aspiration to benefit other being is generated first. And however, when we talk in terms of the actually fulfilling these two aspirations, then you fulfill the aspiration of one's own this enlightenment first, and then after that, then you work towards fulfilling the aspiration for others. So therefore, from this perspective, then we would see here that if the aspiration for achieving the enlightenment is really is cultivated pretty much in concordant or at the same time or simultaneously with the cultivation of the bodhicitta mind. So whereas the other aspiration for benefiting others so is cultivated beforehand. So in this way, it's really important when there is, even if you cannot we may not have the uncontrived bodhicitta mind, but we can see here the potentials, or we have all the ability to cultivate the contrived bodhicitta mind, and especially when we think of this, considering the number of years, so you have been studying about these topics, bodhicitta mind, and you might have heard so many times from me over this bodhicitta mind, and so therefore it is really when we think of this, on the other hand, the benefit of this bodhicitta mind, even let alone in terms of if we have to benefit others, but even in terms of really subduing one's own mind or calming one's own mind, there is no really no other means more powerful, more effective than this bodhicitta mind, and so therefore, really, it is also right to say, unless we do something to cultivate, bring about this bodhicitta mind, then no matter what other kind of practice, meditation you're trying to do, it is not really going to have much effect on subduing one's mind.
Suje saya deba shimi loja shini ko gojan den nywa go iten ngaten so yin mi ti nga no ya mi ngaten so ga re je nga no no gindare den de.
So of course it's different stories if someone doesn't know anything about the various means, effective, true means to subduing one's mind and also to transcending one's mind, developing one's mind, positive quality within one's mind. A different story, then we have to say for those kind of people, then the practice that which is really accessible to them to calming their mind is just to sit in like a stillness, just to fix. Meditation means simply to fix or focus the mind on a particular object and then just sit there. And however, however, it is we can understand how the having learned and having understood, studied about all this various, the very important and effective means of controlling mind, and then how unfortunate how the unwise is if and if these are not applied to one's into practice. Yeah.
Tende Sandup Tabato said that Sonja was the one said didn't want to settle the Mada Calicon, Malama Setili, we are at there. I think on the father Cesare.
Talking about this, in the sevenfold cause and effect. So where there is a mention of one of the cause is the loving kindness. So now it's a very vague kind of terms, general terms, but in that the loving kindness in the context of that sevenfold cause and effect. So where it is considered as a cause to arise or to induce compassions. So therefore, if we, generally speaking, when we say love or loving kindness, sometimes you hear the definition as something wishing other to have happiness. So in that context, then it is there is no order in terms of the between the loving kindness and the compassion to which one to cultivate first. There's no cause and effect relationship there. But however, in the context of the sevenfold cause and effect, then I did mention that before. So where the loving kindness is more the referring to some sense of endearment and and the intimacy that you closeness that you feel towards others. So that is the necessary, in order to as a cause to get for cultivating compassions, and then so these are things that the various fine difference that you are learning, you're hearing this from various some great scriptures, where these are all mentions, and also you hear quite when we talk about the descriptions or the definition of the bodhicitta mind, then quite often you hear about it is the mind which constitutes of two aspirations, and then again those the aspirations, aspirations to benefit other, and aspiration to for achieving one's own goals. So these are the two, and again which we noted that the aspiration to achieve to one's own goals, so that actually is generated the simultaneously or with the generation of bodhicitta mind. So in this way, it's good to as much as possible to make an effort to cultivating bodhicitta mind, and so in this way, at least we can leave a very good impression in our mind. So and then with this with such an effect that in future, then we would definitely will meet with the perfect spiritual guide on this bodhicitta mind, and in this way we can the progressively then we can reach to the state of enlightenment. So therefore it is for all of us probably it is almost unrealistic that we can achieve enlightenment within this life, So even if we study in the secret mantra that there is such a possibilities, but realistically this is way too far away. So we have to go through many life series of life before we can achieve the enlightenment. So that's why it's important to focus on the practices or the study, learning that which you can actually put into practice, and which make a sense, and which is more, and you find that more effective in terms of your spiritual progress.
타반은 이제 리스트 만들어서래. 저아까라 다기 리톤데 대동 치주다기는 오신이스데 만들. 저아까라 다기 리톤아레스 리톤데 대동이 치대서는 계자에 다기지는 뽕아데 저는 선체라라다 예라들은 무슨 말이었어. 뭐한테 뭐하나 자이세. 무슨 신나세 다더니 신이나더니 다 셔렁이 볼라 다기 차파 샤tin 다 롱게노 대지야 디베테는 이래선도 라 농기 리테사레 농기 게사통샤레 에다 셔렁이 볼라 차라다 자 샤나더니 롱게데고 철마뇽 도노와티 되는 이래서 다 다고제 내가 대또 치죠 나기 무신에서 이제 보자다 봐 산샤라 뭐하들 봐자 뭐하들 봐. 예, 다음은 진짜 되고 되는다. 야. 예, 연은 되고 뭐 가르쳐야 맛이 되대. 뭐 도와주면 되거든. 대당 제도다기 봉사를 제 봉을 야요. 내 야요다. 진짜 야한테. 제도다기 봉사 보시네. 내가 도자 치래. 나기 봉사 제일 senza jelate jela ngosamba yimbi 봉하데 ngosamba 라자고. 작해서 선하고 마셔야 돼.
가산도 대신 잡았지.
손 더 더가로래. 소디 더가로래. 되는 소도 많이 온다. 시소세. So 그러면 지지잖아. 나를 봐만 세든 되는 거 같이마자. 마세 다때다 치니 싫어이라 다기 차시나 되냐. 다팅에 대주 치주준 다기 무신네 돼. So the leto 돈이 되니 치대 게사 되는데 나게 뽐바데 되니 예라이 뭐인비세 뽐바가 뭐알 동알 정도 리통하더라도 뭐 하시자요.
So just continue with the teaching. So we read this bit, but so to read it again. Previously recalling my commitment to emulate him. So I gave away my body, every resource, and all my virtue to all living beings. So if I'm still attached to resources, so then I'm behaving just like an elephant oppressed by the sun who goes into the water and bats and then no.
나기 친이 나기 봉시대를 해본 채서
나 인지들은 건조기 Geshe Doga 교실에서 그냥 소나시. 인지기 생 Geshe 조랑에 뭐
가자.
라.
대란테서 먼저 라.
라라. Did you get this where we stopped last time? Previous week. You found it where previously so I gave away my body, every resources and all my virtue to all living beings. No. 한속에 네 인지토로 유교조란 게 빵세를 거는 딱딱 고아 개단도 송원을 신게 되셔 자시.
잔디게.
나 자시나.
아니.
Okay. So when what the clarification that we just to make here is when it says here I gave away, literally it sounds like I gave away my body, that's okay, and every resource, that's okay. Then all my virtue is almost like it's not in the sense of I'm giving up dharma or giving up my virtue, so giving away to others. So we have to take in that context. Give away to others. Not like you're giving away virtue.
Then Mato, you just name Chitana, then Tony Pez, Yella, then Temba Chamber, Yella Gayam. Most of the name Sunday, Bonnie, Sanata, Jibachi, he talked to Manola, then they send Nina, then they don't sell the long Bashi dress and Gasha. Then Tony is pad, then Mato Benyam, so Tona, then Tony padding and 사슴벌 보이제 다시 한번 가치 뭐 용을해서 되니 zembi 시에를 된 지바 전부 시 전에 시 내가 들으셔서 다 또이 세야지들 뭐시 용을해서 다 대대 하고선도 안돼 내는 되지 아마 정가 명은 비시워지 저는 그런 요도 그런 레근데가 그런 거 자니 된 요도 맞다가로 수근도 가셔야
So there's also just further down. There's also this reference to the compendium of the perfection, which also says, "I gave away my body to all beings, then I relinquished the virtue of this gift." So my being attached to external objects is senseless like an elephant bathing. So if you are able to generate intense delight as you contemplate the many benefits of giving things away, and great fear as you reflect on the faults of tight-fistedness, you will naturally produce a generous attitude. So it's important to recognize that what is mentioned here is all the coming from the Tsongkhapa's his own really experience. So it is from his own experience. He's saying that more you if you contemplate on the benefit of giving things, or the practice of giving, then it's saying that then this as an effect, as a result of that, then as I said, this thought, you will naturally produce a generous attitude. So it will then arise within one, then naturally, not requiring any effort.
Java seche non loss ma jai nga de te ma jai ten du ba te to res ma ti jes lo res ja seche ji pa non ta la so ba son ba son mi tin ta de la a to se le ba she ba ye den de za a to se go ba nge ne ra ni za ta son te to da ma she chi mun da te a bun de se ta xian sen na za de ne to se le she ga de xian se ga de ti ma ta xian ji lu dong yu da.
Then continues, accordingly generate the thought of giving away everything to others at the conclusion of cultivating love and compassion, or at the conclusion of reflecting on the life stories of the conquerors, his children, and so forth.
Huh?
No, my lord. No. At the conclusion of cultivating love and compassion, said Lord. The Dula. Lord.
Da gong de ya bu dan de kan zhe la de de je de ma de song do de xiong ba yi je yong a dong ja se je yin nong ban ta ba la so ba suan bi ta yong do se le xie ba xia ho de ne ge do se guan bi ta de ne ge de yin ba pa xia ba la zhe de de ne yi ni de yi zuo qie de ce zuo qie de ne de ba do se guan ben ruan de ne de ne da ta jia gong de jin da zong xian zi ne xian ju li le de de ye jiu de lu xian dang de se ge wa jiu tong jie jiu san jie gen jie jian ji de zhe shi pong ba me ba xian dong wa xia ta de gan de guo jia de ge ji xian ju de jia le de lu xian tong de se ge wa tong jie jiu san jie gen jie de zhe ba xia yi shi pong ba me ba de da san la me ba dong wa xia sa de ta che ra gong de ne ha bu su ge de de da han de 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 dong se ge de da ma de da dong le gong de dong se gong be dong che是吧dong se ga je gong be ro a che je ge de ne le lo xe ge za le so ba de cha ji chu chu ro ge ro de sang du ge da che na ta le dong le gong song ta de pong me dong wa xia de a go song de.
So in here, it is emphasized that how even the purpose of the of cultivating like the love and compassions. So the purpose should be to increase this thought of giving, or to be or in another word, to be able to engage in the practice of giving or generosities towards other beings. And so this is the emphasis there, on that, and as well as the as it says here, the reflecting on the life stories of the conquerors, Buddhas, and his children, is like a bodhisattvas. So all this, the purpose, the one should seek is to increase this the practice of giving, and then they continue as, and the engaging in the bodhisattva's deeds states how this is done. I will give away without a sense of loss my body and my resources, as well as all my virtues from the past, present, and futures, for the welfare of all living beings. So clearly, the identified the object to be giving, which are one's bodies, one's resources, all the one's possessions, and as well as all the virtues that one possess within oneself, and all this, when it says without a sense of loss, so which is to say that without any sense of like a stinginess, any sense of attachment or the miserliness, so one give to other, wholeheartedly. So therefore, we did discuss in the previously how this increasing or the developing this thought or the intention of giving, how this also the counteract or diminish the one's like attachment and stinginess and so forth.
Mind, your mind drop in negative sense push. And beauty sending quickly. I need negative mind, negative seeds, and none that push anytime. Good mind, happy mind, sit, good sit, good sit, good food, Poisonous sit, very poisonous. Good sit, good delicious, and taste, looks. And that little she gets us, me the shin, sent your tongue, jella, zombie, tongue, and wrong, lay. There, Roche gets us up, maybe the shed, that's sent you say about Tongue, maybe Tony, that's our touching jealousy. They are first of truth, that Kesol chess are to let go see Kitchash. I got some what to get at Tahaco ready, and no more Geshe, that done, the batonchella, Rongi, Zebi, Sabadoni, Yalaton, Samba, yon that Joan, Shanju Samba Xiao, getting the reply, hardly near them. That are Domba Tonchella, Rong in Zimbi Saba, Don Yella, Don Samba, Don Joan, Shanju Xiao. Yeah, that did it. They are going to add.
So then the text continue. So you focus on three things: so your body, your resources, and your roots of virtue, and mentally give them away to all living beings. So then, if you stop the craving that conceives everything to be your personal property and then repeatedly conditions yourself to the attitude of giving it all away to others, so you will be called bodhisattvas. So in here, when it says, you focus on three things: your body, your resources, and your roots of virtue, and so forth. So there, which is also the in aligned with the the meditation of giving and taking that we've been doing. So where we're supposed to focus on or imagining of giving away all this all our things to all other beings, and then imagining them or to of receiving the virtues, the cultivating virtue in their mind, and so and then the and then continue. If you stop the craving that conceives everything to be your personal property, and then repeatedly condition yourself to the attitude of giving it all away to others, so you will be called bodhisattvas. So again, so this line is something that which very important to reflect on this, and then see that also to see in ourselves that how we, instead of doing overcoming such cravings, but rather we have a strong attachment, and along with that, a strong craving for all the our possession, and with the with the thought that this all are my possession, this all belong to me. So that comes a strong. There's a sense of craving there, and how So therefore, if the it's good to take every. Well, I've been saying this frequently, is to contemplate on every single line, and then have a thought on this, and relate this to one's own mind and the practice. So this is something in this way itself, reflecting on this kind of meaning itself, is we will find it very effective in calming our mind, and something for our we don't have to always have to occupy on all sort of things, so which has the which we know from our own experience that quite often then these the usual things that we occupy our mind then is brings disturbances rather than peace. So, however, if we occupy our mind on contemplating on these meanings, then it will have a rather quite a calming effect on our mind.
Golaya Bashunji Sambase, she said the other Banyola Zodiangate, so you just know the Telata, she Sabatini Segres, Soja Maja, Shenju Su, Soja Maja, Soja, Shamachuti soon do started. That was mother.
Then the continue with the quote from the Compendium of the Perfections says, all these things are yours. I have no pride that they are mine. So someone who has this amazing thought repeatedly and emulate the qualities of the perfect Buddha is called a bodhisattvas. So said. So the inconceivable Buddha, the supreme being, knows.
Somebody yogis. Hang other Tandachi, lay, Loshe, get a little in other Mibacha. To Chuchuga, tell the country up and get the little one, your mother, you know your mother. You know my somebody, Yone, then, no, she's in a Tony by your mother, said that Majuna and Leso, Manibas. Loti le swimbies, Tata nature the sombo majuna, Tadamanda Lima Tomajuna, Tata yogi sauce, that's on Teto and the yoga telling and sauce of dinner, Toba chamber, legally, just so the little sort of saying, and Atoba Tombo catches. 사야 레비 깨쳤어요. 얘나 다 레동하던 가서 레기 차시더니 동안에 연구야. 아 연구도 같이 얘네들 미도 된가나도 되네. 기마도 된가나도 다 되네. 단달라 연구도 왔어. 얘네 제일 이제 맞아 싶지. 신이 다 되네 연구도 와. 아선 대도네. 다 마조나게 주제 레서 동에 선바 마조나 건반 매피스 다들 저 레소 또 문내 비스 가려든 또 문내가 가디엔 또 문내 받이 온 거지. 얘가 선바 요비 순비 다다네 진짜 선바전의 여기서 사기서 사대하고 돼야 돼. 하 진짜 만대도 하고 내가 저를 거할래 야부 안 되더니 저만 되니 저를 손은 돈 앞에 야부야 손을 야마든지 코를 손던들이 나 저를 쓰는데 야부 안 되니 you just concentration, you read that and you read it, that's read, you just concentration, look there. What say? No mind, no out, no nada, no thinking. Just you read there. What say? You're thinking. Open your thinking, you really take coming. Really take coming. All upset with gone, very, very peaceful. I do, that's I do. Really, just read. So that road, you do the benefit road. No road, and now you read that. Many of you come and read there. What said? Yeah. So it says, yeah, Buddha was said, Lama Tsonga what said? Lama Tsonga what said? You there? Think very, very good. Really, really, when I was in Chick Shalot, then they were sad. Chick Shalot, you said, so Chick Shalot, you were jealous, and they're calling home. The next song, the so song to you think, so she long. That's on that, so gets horse head. You get horse, he must less on the that's on about top by this. Senjala, Tony, say, get on. Nanko Sola, Shepana, Jeden, the Shepa Shaw, somebody Jenny, Rodet, Sepi, Shena, Yamuche, Tuan, Satanda, Pananga, she got. I got some others. That's somebody, Tony, Senjala, Tony, say, get. Nanko So, Shepana, the Jeden, the Shepa Shaw, somebody Jenny, Rode Mayabata, Jede and somebody Jenny, Rode Sebandana, and Yamugiton say, younger, they member. Yana, that's it, Yana, that's another Yola, never chambership you are. I said, again, you love pizza, Lucian Garcia, get on their shame with the other. I said that Chava pizza, Garcia, you are. The news on Zona, Lucian, the news on Tona, then do that. And there's prayer about that, that's about top on it. Senchela, Toying, Sekido, Nango Sola, Shebana, Jeded, and Tata Sheba Shaw, me Yed, definitely. There's a toast of the say, K. Lucella, Jackie, so Jadan, they are Buya. And I thought they would let Tata Sheba Shaw. Yombi, Somba. Jenny, that's about Rodet Sheba, somebody Jenny, Jedet Sheba, Jenny, Jenny, Rodet the Sepi, Janata, Yamobi to Yamuche to a don't start there, there are some Yabos and then you're a bush and you are
Then it says, at present, as your determination has not matured and is weak, you do not actually give away flesh, etc. So though you have already mentally given your body to all beings.
Then that's why I put the artist in your strategy, I bought in the German art. In Catholic Temo, like Martin German art. Then your leisure came with the artist. China, I can't you la pizza, I can't you la pizza, Lucian de Jenny, Yeded, Lucian Yana, and you put him to Kaja Kacha Garcia, come, my pizza, San Ragum so this, San Kacha and so this. The little party, I put it. Telling in the news of Gares and Raja, Jenny said, shower, Temba and Roy, shining it out, Lucian, but then it's on. I buy it in my channel, and you want to tell you to us.
So, so as I said before, so it's important we need to read the whole sentence and then trying to have a deep thought on this, what this sentence is really saying to one in terms of one's practice. So like here in this particular sentence, how he's saying that how even though at the moment our practice of giving maybe not, it says not mature enough or not is not strong enough, and so therefore we may not be able to, even though we when we say here that we give away our body on our life, so it's only in our imagination, mental imaginations. So you might be wondering, what is the point of doing that? But then, it is then continue saying, according to compendium of trainings, however, if you do not train in the thought of giving away your body and life, so you will not become accustomed to it, and so will remain incapable of giving away your body and life. So therefore, from now on, cultivate this thought. So really explained very clearly the why we need to train our mind with this thought of giving, and so because we, understanding that in order to get to the level of where one is able to actually give one's like a whole body or whole life, so that is only takes place when you reach to a very high level, like almost like the like a bodhisattva's ground levels. So even though having said that, there are some in the community where the people give their donate their organs like kidneys and so forth. Still they are doing that, and so therefore the important thing is the content of all this what is saying here is just more than what when we first read, we get some sort of wake and knowledge, but rather it requires to really to understand the fine meaning. So you really have to contemplate, and then that's how, in fact, this is how when we talk about receiving the blessings of the dharmas. So it's the blessing is not going to come from somewhere else, some from outside, but rather it comes, when your mind and your action engage in the dharma practice, then that's where the flows the blessing of the blessing of dharmas, and then it continues. If you use food, clothes, shelter, and so on, that you have sincerely given away to all beings, and you do so with craving for your personal welfare, forgetting the thought, I will use them for others' welfare, then you commit a major infractions. Now again, there's so many different layers of the meaning that you can understand from that. So on one level, which we do have people, this also really answer some of the doubt that or the question that some people ask, when you made after you made an offering to the triple gem, like of teas or food, whatever, then the people ask, what do you have to do? What do you do with that offering? So this clearly says that then you do not you do so with craving for your personal welfare. For if you do with take those enjoy those food with a craving, with a personal with the attachment, then it says here which is not the right way. So therefore the implication is to if you use it, but then with the motivations to benefit other beings.
내발 쳐봐야 모용도 하세. 가요 something then 내발자 가 쳐봐야 가. 내발 쳐봐야 쉬지 생각을 모지 거래. 연세는 차차이 생대는 예대 내발자. 이나 알아. 예식이 실 차나서 예식 차 예행이 시대 봐. 대 시대 차나데 된다데 된다. 나는 차나나 예대리나나 되네 녀모 마임비 빙하고 지 답하니까 바센로디와 그래서 세반매라 야 또장 콜라 세반매지 그래 아메 세제 통제라 진 미비건 대신 요바이 예바고 다 세제 예기 시대고 다 로시에데 세제 예기 시대 봐 대다에 대한집이 챘다 지나나 아니 녀모제 마임비 빙하고 다 생겨야
So it says here, I will use them for others' welfare, then you commit a major infractions. So so it's more in here. It's like the afflictive downfall, afflictive downfalls. If you enjoy the objects or the things which has been really dedicated to the others, but you haven't forgot about that, and then you enjoy that yourself out of with the craving for those objects, then you have it says major infractions or like a afflictive the downfalls. And then when you have no cravings but forget to apply the idea of focusing on all living beings. So we're talking about certain objects or things which you have wholeheartedly dedicated or or given to others, and but however but forget about that your dedication for others, and then how if you use those objects, so saying with a craving, and then it is a afflictive like downfall, but it's then the next category where it says there is no craving, personally there's no the reason why you are using it or is not associated with, not because of any craving or attachment for that, but also at the same time, but forget to apply the idea of focusing on all being, but you at the same time you also forgot that actually what you are using or enjoying is something that which has been dedicated for all beings, but you forgot about that, or if you use those resources for particular living beings out of attachment, so there's making a different scenarios. So where there's no craving, but you however you forgot about that is dedicated to others, and then they also the resource particular living beings out of attachments, living being out of attachment, then you commit a minor infraction or like a non-afflictive downfalls. So that last bit when it says when if you use those resources of a particular living being out of attachment, so that's not so much you are self-craving, but you are attached for some other beings, in relation to benefiting other beings. So with that attachment program, and then you continue with regard to the material goods that you have turned over to others, the compendium of training states that when you use them for your own welfare, fully cognizant of their being the property of others, you are stealing, and if the total value is enough, you commit a cardinal transgressions of the vows of individual liberation. So in here it raises certain cautions. So in response to this, so some say that since you have turned over your food, etc., to all living beings, so it is impossible for the total value of any one being's portion to be enough. So you cannot commit cardinal transgressions.
no, Shambo, Nibi, them, Mashis, Chorosia, Telmond, Sajar, Ramo, Choro Telmond, Mashis. Lala, Yella, Nijo, Dig, Dot, Zion, Mepi, Pomba met the Shimagos, Alamazon corrosion that they are conducted. Amazon corrosion,
no. Then then some other critic says, others says, this is not correct because you have turned over your belonging as a whole to each being's individualist. So was objecting that previous one, which if of that the causing the transgressions. So it is the second view object to that. And then other argue that even though you have mentally surrendered them to others, they do not take personal possession of them, so there is no cardinal transgression. So again, from different angles, so this third category also says it's not the case of the cardinal transgressions. Cardinal transgressions.
Main draw bala soba thaba nishis. So main malamoka, main draw la washi, main draw soba thaba washi. Tejo, there's any not the the Zui, the Casa, Yemba, the Shini, Rode the Lambala, there's the Zona Pomba, there are Gonsos, that is it. I could be Penanga motion, the Gombana, Mayan Dropala, Somba Taba, more Malago, Moshi. Tejo, there's more the rainy, they'll take that Zui. There's the Casa. Yemban dishes, Ronga Yemban dishes, Ronga and Dishi Matawachi, that Chorosin liar, rotten. So Japas and Majiba Lamatin, Dejikangalaza. Shina, Rodet the Lambalasa, Rongi the Lenata, Rotosona Rebs. Oh, Yella Papetum Bishi the Lena, almost to Nico Yara, Rodet the Lena, that Rotosona, Pomba Wing, Pomba Wing, tell a most house of Gumba Terrest, I don't know that.
And then continue the intended meaning behind the compendium of trainings. So this whole the discussion is, I think, is in the referring to some what is mentioned in this compendium of training. So statement is that you incur cardinal transgressions. So given that the total value requirements has been met, when you sincerely turn your food, etc., over to a human being, and this person knows it and takes possessions, and whereupon you, fully cognizant of their being another's properties, so appropriate them for your own use. So therefore, the position stated by the others are wrong. So in here, the Tsongkhapas clarified what is mentioned in the compendium of training. In this case, that certain in the scenario where the act is considered as the cause of the downfall of the major transgressions. So this is clarifying that. So where it's this is also very much similar to what you have studied when we in relation with the 10 non-virtuous actions. So how, in order to complete each each non-virtuous action to be complete. So there are certain certain criteria to be met. So in similar way, so in here, when we talk about that, so you talk about the loim that do too much you get share. Lelam zos, Lelam zos, chick chash go. Leg lam zos, Miguel was chu, Miguel was Chevina, so Jevina Karina Koran Joro.
Aroina says,
No.
So
No. No. And the specifically in the non-virtual act of luck. So in the act of like stealing and and killing and lying, so there are certain criteria to be met in order to consummate or complete those acts. So this is this is what it is Tsongkhapa's clarify here, that in order for this act to be considered as an act of the transgressions or of a downfall or major downfall, so there are certain criteria, like where it says here, they sincerely turn the food, etc., over to human beings, and these persons. So he's talking about here in the context of giving something to the human being, and the recipient, the persons, knows it that it's been given, and has the full recognitions that the what has been been given was given to the persons, to the recipients, and taking the ownership of that, and so you understand that there's ownership there. So whereupon, so you fully cognizant of there being another properties, and then appropriate them for with all this understanding, with the that there's the giving, there's recognitions of the other person. Not only you have given or dedicated the things, objects to the others, but also there's a clear understanding that there's a recipient has the full awareness or for the recognition of that things been given. No.
Gelula Pumbano, Satisha, there is a deva yen, listen, Mayo, Matetos, Sensia Korong, Loche, La, Koyete, Shavo, Yona, Shena, Yeba Metes, the ring on the Tobaya Puchis. Sensia Koro, Loche, La, Loche, Shella, Koyete, Shavo, Yoni, Shena, Yeba, Maris. Call Tota Tangi, Colasa, Chora, Shaggy said, Cora Chita, Tanga, Rati, Jera, Chora, Nick Pachi, Jana, I yet a Tangi Chora Tenda Shaggy said, there's a Nick Tenda Chora Shaggy said, no, it's so desert. How could they in the Toba? Sent your Koroga, Lucia, Shella, Koyete, Shago, Yona, Shella, never met. Hello, Daily, double the chippy, Lucia, Nona, double the chippy, listen on Yongi, Shana never met us. That's in the Tobalia, Takon, Talotin on dead.
So essentially, so this whole discussion is really focusing on this in these scenarios of this giving, whether the it has any implications of the committing the act, what we call as a moral act, particularly those with the ordained being for committing the pamba or the moral measure downfall or not. So this is what the this whole cautions and answers which is mentioned here referring to. And then he says here there is no fault in using some living beings' resources if you think while using them I do this for their welfares. So that's also the refers to the compendiums of training states. There's no fault in using things if you think I'm taking care of my body which is owned by others with these resources that are owned by others. So slaves have no material goods of their own with which to survive. So this takes us to a kind of different scenarios. So where even if use things, there should be certain objects which has been dedicated or been given to wholeheartedly given to others. But however, if you use the things solely to benefit for their benefit, and then it says here that then that is fine. So even even our mundane situation where sometimes we can give certain things to others, and with knowing that, but however I'm using it for your benefit, something to for you, and then it become exceptions.
사진 표시 강화로 가서 개중을 하지 않지. 근데 좀 모셔 경이네. 이봐, 너는 손도는 배배도 가서 칼라사나 바통세지 거니 동세. 로셰비셀라 드니치 루세도는 배도 알아. 내가 내지 상이 다들 그거만 다담 로텔이 다보드 집이 로셰 로셰 먼저 다보드 집이 c'est le son on bi shana ye ba me so so dabo jebe lo she dabo jeba de lo she res yena yo tane dabo jebe le son on bi shana ye ba ya ma res ra pe na je jabo na je na khoro jet khoro ngo gre te ni to khoro su den ge de ko su on bi shane ke de lo she na ye ba ya ma ta je se me tes ye ba me te che ta ye le she ba kong gi so dagi ze yaban mai no ngena la cheu ta bu ti ta de ja bi ge le shen ge sa gong ge so na gong ge ko so shen so da dagi ze yaban ma ko ze ma ja bi ju ju ro yaban mai no sa te che shen do a ga te yo ye ta te che
so in one level or one dimension, we can see how this what is saying here is really an advice for us, or an instruction for us to in everyday life, how we should, what sort of motivations, that intention, proper intention that we should have. So which is such as like intention of giving, and then what sort of when we are utilizing certain things, then what sort of the thought that we should be having while utilizing it. So it's so it makes a lot of we can understand these things on that level, on our practical level as well. So so as it says here, so it continues. So you may think I incur a fault because after I have turned over these belonging to living beings, I use them without permissions. But there is no fault. The Compendium of Training says, a servant who labors hard on a master's behalf might use the master's belonging without permission when the master's mind is unclear due to illness and so forth, but incurs no fault. So, so the emphasis is on your motivation, your mental, intentions. So therefore, with the intentions to benefit others, to protect others, so such as here is given an example of like slaves, so who in general they do not own any personal possessions, and so that everything they have is all belong to their owner, and so therefore to we can see there is in order to protect the owners, then if the slave use certain things, and then that is totally justifiable. So in the same way, how it's also we can also see in our practice, or in a bodhisattva's practice, so where we have to whatever we utilize, so it just show the intentions or mental attitudes, should be for benefiting others, and not for any other motive or other any related to like the cravings and so forth.
Huh? 9:30? Huh?
9:25.
What?
9:25. So nearly 9:30.
That there is such the hum there, but that's the letting on your leg. Nanga peto, nanga pe, nyola chato pe apo, topaseki seki apu tang duana, some tetos.
So we're going over here together, but in fact, as you can see, there's a lot of things you can, if you read this, you can understand that yourself. But however, what's important is you don't rush in reading, but really have to focus and contemplate on the meaning, and then you can really find in here the certain very essential points of your practice.
Kamadan ama ahun tumbo sege da tuji ge je tan cheba ne ka re je ge pa ni che to je pa ta ba che go ra tumbo ti tene ama ni ba ti pa de zhe de je ba ama san ba de mo ma pe she lo ka ji je she ba tin zo da so de ka dan la hu de ge tene tuji sa be den ni she to je ka to zhe rong ma ja tene tene 개발만 사배 순 사배 개발만 더서랑 아니 그 처음에 더 아니 봐야는 더서죠. 야. 근데 어디 다 노노 사배 그 사배나 리라 좀 맞게 봐야 못 빼야지. 가가잖아. 가가한테 가가 맞잖아. 대단 엄마 호세를 봐. 자주 제 처배야. 가도 정해봐 통제 막 정성 다소 아마 이제 봐야지 사바메베 뜻은 이제 소마지 아마 오전에 사바들려 그랬더니 가제 로잖아 봐 세제 매봐 못 빼야지 뭐 세주 저송서 들으더니 제바야 피를 대다가 이제라더니 영에는 섬에 대한 제바제 사진 주소 주녀소 소서라 내내 제가 다 제바피 다 제베 단투거를 당이거라 때만 뇌 대승이 자체부터 봐야 대승을 리드 소아샤고 냐면은 그 다만 투거를 서서 레레 세브나는 대지 강에 다다른 얘기다 말하다 소생이 좀 마고방이 치지 좀 봐셔 냐면은 만 투아서 리기 세브 대지를 막 내가 첨부 좀 주소서 되네 제나 and ya boya, the Kale, Combatiana, then it's side to Zinia Granny, take a jack gay general. Side to gay said, gay launches set there, my dear, Janga launches set there. That in change.
So so in a way, it's that we should try to integrate the.
A lot of time more loud, yeah.
So you heard it so many times in the past. So like such events, you can integrate our dharma into practice. Even such thing as even we have a take a tea, drink a tea. So there we can integrate the practice of dharma. So which like we before taking tea we say the mantra Om Ah Hum, and three times. So in each time, so there's a there's some sort of involve certain like visualizations, and such as when you say it first round, so you can imagine it's kind of purifying through the power of those mantras. So it's purifying all the stains, the bad smells and so forth. So it become a completely become pure objects, and then the second round, then it's transformed into like an uncontaminated nectar. So you can think of that, and then the third time, then it's with the mantra make your tea or whatever you take as something inexhaustible. So this is one way. Then another way, then if you take it, the meaning of the mantra, the Om Ah Hum as a 3 syllables separately, and then they represents the seeds, respectively the seed mantra of the holy the body of like the kasaku kasaga. Wow. Ku takba kasaku.
Gana.
La tu sabing. So Veruchana Buddha, and then the
two Sabia
no.
Two Sabia, two Nova to me, she then Joe Mani out of it.
No.
God tell him the other.
No.
Two Nova to Chevy, she then Joe Mani out of it.
Yamaro. Number time can be shaken John Minibus.
Your reversion.
Yomaras.
Huh?
Yomaras.
That's two Sabia dead.
No. No. To the Namjing Sabisola. No.
No, just that to it, because it is
no. So Veruchana, Amitabha, and then the seeds, the hum.
Because I got those students you call Yagama.
No.
Case have a student that do service.
No.
Ringal Jan called it Ringal Jan covered.
No. So the seeds, syllables of the Veruchanas, Amitabhas, and then the hum is the seed of the omniscient mind of all the Buddhas. So this has the you can imagine of establishing these kind of seeds in within one, and then at the same time as we said, how having done this the offering, and then as you partake these, as you drink the tea, then you have to think why the intentions, the reason why you drink tea or take any food is to sustain the body, so that you be of service to the flourishing the Dharma and to benefiting other sentient beings. So with that kind of motivation, so you enjoy the food and drink, and then as well as how we could also combine this visualization of benefiting all the the countless bacteria in our systems, physical body system, how then they are also receiving these benefits of of this very and then how we can think of how you or make a prayer that right now you benefit them by giving these materials objects, but so may one be able to benefit them by giving Dharma for them in futures, and that kind of prayers, and so these are things these are important to a lot of as much as possible to integrate what you have learned in Dharma into one's practice, in the everyday life practice.
신지로 너제 엄마 타자 엄마 사자 니시세 신지로 뭐에 다 용시에 또봐 계세요 다 아시면 이 저러서 마녀를 저걸 대 엄마하고 내가 부시가 무슨 마녀를은 배우면 돼. 그래서 신지로 엄마하고 세네 in opera you in bless 엄마하고 you in opera 엄마하고 yeah understand in the ovary inner ovary and in ovary and said that really that bless not blessing then ovary said yeah ovary so that
there's a multiple purpose of that, or the benefit of reciting that Om Ahum. You can recite this Om Ahum to as an offering, making offering of your food, drinks, as well as in a tantric rituals. So you recite this Om Ahum as a way to blessing the inner offerings, and then of course there's those who've been familiar with it, the tantras, and then there's visualizations to go with that in that as one say this mantra.
That's so you can there. This month discuss
so we have a tea now, and Geshe suggests maybe next week we take a break for discussions. Yeah,
discuss before in six there. Such a thing, yeah, then my way up what there is. Then in a road to say, pay up what there you know, which so money on the Tavachim, so much, then in a Tavachim, here's a Jimbaton, the Nishing.
60 Chinduswell.
Yeah, they're discussing.
Yeah, so next week is a discussions. Yeah.
That very